You guys voted, and I listened. Today, I'll be giving true forms to units who need them. I took suggestions from this community post and had lots of fun creating this video. Before the video starts, I'd like to say that we're very quickly approaching 1,000 subscribers, and when we get there, I'll buy a mic and plan to do a Q&A. Any support is appreciated, whether it be towards my sub goal or through liking or commenting. Now, on to our true forms, and I'll begin with Boulder Cat. Boulder Cat is one of the best cats in the game due to how well he can stop enemies from advancing. Nevertheless, some quality of life improvements can be given to him to make him even better at his role. One thing I'll give him is a reduced cost. I'll change it from 360 to 300, which doesn't seem like much, but goes a long way considering how many Boulder Cats go on the field per battle. I'll also provide him a reduced cooldown from 4.87 seconds to 4.27 seconds. This is another change that seems little, but will noticeably improve him. The cooldown reduction is especially useful when Boulder Cat is paired with research combos, giving him an even crazier uptime. Another thing I'll add is toxic immunity, as despite his essentially infinite HP, he's vulnerable to units like Gao and Zabel. It is now nearly impossible to have Boulder get killed on the battlefield. The last quality of life he would benefit from is a damage boost. I'll increase his damage from 7,560 at level 50 to 10,000 flat to improve his chip damage so he can secure some kills on weaker peons. Boulder Cat probably doesn't need any of these buffs, but they add a huge quality of life bonus that goes a long way. The next unit is Jagando, who is probably one of the most requested true forms. I'll begin by giving him target Aku. It makes no sense that he doesn't have it to begin with, as you literally have to conquer the Aku realms to unlock him. To pair with this, I'll give him a 100% chance to pierce shields. This is what Lilin has, although Jagando actually has surge immunity, meaning he doesn't get tossed around by Aku enemies. I'll also give him a speed buff from 6 to 10 speed, as his low speed kind of makes him annoying to use. Last but not least, he will get Colossus Slayer as a quality of life against the Omens boss. While I didn't give him any stat buffs, I believe I provided Jagando such great usage against Aku enemies that he doesn't even need them. Another popular request I got was talents for Super Cat. I think that because he's a superhero, he needs to be the fastest cat in the game. Let's increase his speed from 60 to 100, because why not? Second, I'll give him strong against his target trait, which pairs with weaken very well to make him extremely bulky against traitless enemies. I'll also increase his health a large amount, by 19,076 for no particular reason. And then finally, I'll give him a reduced cooldown to ensure he's on the field as much as possible. Super Cat is now actually somewhat of a tank against traitless, and can make better use of his wave blocker ability due to his increased health, speed, and spammability. Now for T-Master, who is the first cat of the video who desperately needs an evolution. I'm going to make him a mid-range tank in courtesy of this video, which you should definitely watch. He will get a boost to his HP by 5 times, which, if you do the math, gives him over 75,000 HP against relic enemies. I'll also give him the curse ability, so that enemy relics don't curse your other units. I'll also make him a new targeting against floating, as we have very little viable floating tankers besides Rapper Cat. His HP against floating enemies is now over 90,000. Finally, I'll give him toxic immunity solely for his matchup against Gobble. It's impressive that Ponos made a unit that was so unbelievably bad. I had to give T-Master an entirely new rendition just to make him not useless. My true form for T-Master would finally give him some sort of niche and nerfs crowned UL just a bit more. Ebisu is our next cat, who is known for his random chances to do several different things. It makes sense that he gets more abilities, so I'll give him a 30% chance to curse, perform a savage blow, have a level 2 wave, and a level 2 surge. I'll also give him the traitless targeting, so his ability will affect the enemy regardless, and Sage Slayer so that he can ignore their resistances. This cat is now probably one of the most fun cats to use, and you never know what you're gonna get. He kind of resembles Kaneko, but with far more of an element of randomness.
Metal Cat is next, and doesn't need too much to be good. I'll give him a flat-out immunity to critical hits, which no other unit has,
but that helps this unit quite a lot against enemies like Cappy and Arost. Next, he will get slightly more health. I'm going to make his health 15 instead of 12 to make him decently more bulky. The last thing I'll add is a 3-second reduction to his cooldown, just to make his time on the field even better. Metal Cat is definitely one of those units that doesn't need that many buffs to be good, similar to Rock Cat. The buffs that I gave Metal Cat will nevertheless make him a lot better, especially in late-game boss stages such as against Luza and Socrates. Next is Mighty Lord Gao, who is actually quite a popular pick for this video. The abilities he definitely needs most are Surge and Curse immunity, so I'll give him those. Another ability I think will make him popular again is Strengthen, which will be a 50% damage buff at 50% HP. I'll additionally improve his crit chance from 5% to 20% and reduce his cost from 6,000 to 5,000. If you do the math, that's over 28,000 average effective DPS after Strengthen at level 50, putting him above even Dasly in terms of damage. True Form Gao likely earns back the top 10 Uber status he has longed for, and his raw damage will most certainly break the game for those who roll him early. Marshmallow Cat is one of those units that's so underwhelming, he needs a Blessant to be good. I'm simply going to give him the Toxic ability for 3% damage and nothing else. This doesn't seem like much, but against bosses with millions of HP, just one hit can do a crazy amount of damage. For example, against Poultrio, one hit does 108,000 damage, which is quite a lot considering Marshmallow Cat's low cooldown and 340 range. While his stats are still god-awful, being able to be stacked and dishing out insane damage per hit towards bulky units makes him a one-of-a-kind unit. Goddess of Sunrise Sirius is next, who is known for having an immunity to everything. However, she doesn't actually have an immunity to everything, so let's make her immune to Wave, Surge, Explosion, and Delay. To improve her offenses, I'll also give her Zombie Killer, Behemoth Slayer, and Sage Slayer. She is now arguably one of the best generalists due to her lack of weaknesses and new abilities. Despite me not giving her any direct boosts to her stats, both her offensive and defensive capabilities are much better, and she can go into the top 10 with Gao. The last cat I'll be giving a true form to in this video is Boulder Cat, the only brutal advent cat that currently needs a true form. A good way to start is to increase his 50% mini-wave chance to 100%, which I have no idea why Ponos didn't do earlier. Next, I'll be giving him a boost to his HP, bringing his rather low 23,000 HP to 33,000. Last, I'll give him strong against his target traits of Traitless and Aku, increasing his DPS to 3,000 against them and HP to around 50,000. As a cherry on top, I'll give him a 10% chance to pierce shields, which can be effective in a pinch. The brutal Advent Cats are known for being some of the best specialists in the game, and Boulder Cat didn't fit into this category until now. He can even be paired with true form Jagando to juggle around Aku and Traitless ops. And so those are all the true forms I will give for this video. I received a few other suggestions, but didn't feel like making this video 30 minutes long. This will likely be a multi-part series, and I will continue giving random cats true forms. If you're still here, be sure to comment and subscribe, as your suggestions might make it to the next video. Take it easy everyone, and who knows, maybe this will be my final video using the robot voice.